Okay. So, people who are watching the recording, you missed the first half, so you'll have to go back and go through the PowerPoint on your own. Regardless, oh no, I almost put my name tag in here. This is how discuss. Oh no.
I thought you were gonna put it up.
Wait, she said Tom in high school?
This is how, no, until you're in biology. This is how disgusting the water looks again. And it smells.
Yeah,
Pretty
it smells
badly.
like poo.
Okay.
Do we want to do a litmus test?
Yes.
First? I forget. I haven't done this in a long time. What's it? Blue and red? It's basic blue.
Doesn't it say on this thing?
Let's see. Open that one up.
No, it doesn't say. Contains acids. I think red is for acid. Let me check.
That's what I always thought. Red is acid.
We'll Google it really quick.
Okay.
Litmus paper test. Okay. So, red litmus paper, blue litmus paper. Da-da-da-da. All right, if the red, red is used to test a base.
Oh, red's a base. Okay.
So if red is put in and it turns blue, it indicates that it's a base.
Well, let's do the regular pH because then we'll get a level.
Yeah.
This doesn't really give us a level.
Yeah.
So I got
Good call.
over here. Okay.
All right, so before we give you your water, we're going to test the pH, and we're going to get a sample. Where did I put the gloves?
I'm gonna work with. Let's see. These guys, yeah, figure everything already. Perfect. Get some gloves on. And goggles.
And get some goggles.
Goggles are right there behind.
All right, I'm going to be pulling out a smaller sample of the water here so that we can decide the turbidity.
I just got over a cold tail.
So you can smell really well now? Perfect.
I'm gonna get cold again.
Oh, you're not going to get cold.
There we go. Luckily, I can't smell anything at all. My nose is normally stuffed up to the brim, so I can smell the water. So.
So,
Oh my God!
this is what the water looks like.
I'm not gonna drink.
Now that is raw.
Take it away.
You know what that looks like? It looks like diarrhea. I'm gonna be blunt. It looks like diarrhea.
That's a good analysis.
Okay, so what would we say about the turbidity?
What's in that?
Lots of stuff.
Junk.
If I hate when this thing won't let me move the.
What can I do?
Nothing. I just can't see my tabs because of the.
Oh, yes.
Which is really annoying. Okay, so we just talked about.
What's up, guys?
We just talked about turbidity, right? We can hold this water sample up next to the computer, and we can say it's at least 250.
No, that's at least 400, or maybe even.
You think more? So maybe 400 NTUs, right? It's
Yes.
more. It's very turbid, meaning you really can't see through it, right? If you could go swimming in this, you wouldn't want to, right? Hopefully. All right, so
Get lost.
now we're gonna do a pH test.
Is that salad?
It's plant debris. Is it salad? It is not salad. It is plant debris.
Oh, I don't have gloves on. I better get gloves on.
No, stick
You
your
wanna put the
hands
tablets in?
Yeah, I'll put the tablets.
All right, so we're gonna get some water in this tube.
I thought we were gonna just dig our hands in there.
Oh, you're definitely not just gonna dig your hands in there. Okay, that should be enough.
All right.
How many do we need?
I think it's just one. Let me check the directions. I think it's just one. Okay, and I got a cap. More?
Seriously, tiny little female version of female.
All right, so we're gonna test the pH here. We're putting
There you go.
a pH tab in some of the water, and we just have to shake it for a few seconds. We'll see if it even works with this because the water is so
We can't see.
turbid. We might not be able to see the pH very well, but we'll try.
We might have to actually filter it before we
Test the
test the
pH.
pH.
It's true.
At least to filter out the debris. Let me get the color here.
Yep, yep.
Why we need to wear goggles again?
Just to protect your eyes
That's a freaking.
Yeah, the eyes.
from this.
The eyes actually are a really easy way to get toxins and germs and bacteria and viruses into our body because our eyes are moist, right? Your eyes water, so that's a nice moist place for bacteria to be able to get in and thrive. So bacteria doesn't thrive well in a dry condition.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna be able to see a color. It dissolved already.
But I always.
It's still brown, but it's more yellowish to me.
Yeah. Definitely not pink. Yeah, actually,
So-
it did turn yellow. Look.
Yeah, it did yellow up. I think.
All right, so it looks like our pH right now is around 6, maybe a 5.5. So it's acidic, the water.
I don't think
I
it's.
can show
I don't think it's
Okay.
drinkable whatsoever.
Bring it around, show. What do you
So-
guys think?
We don't have a ton of supplies, right? So you're gonna have to share.
I'd say at least.
So if you're using the plants, like the soil, right, and the strainers, don't hog all of them. Make sure you can share.
6.5 actually.
If you're having a hard time getting someone to share with you, let me know, and I'll make them share. Otherwise,
Sharing is caring.
select one brave person from your group
Carrying.
who's gonna grab a beaker and come get your water sample. One brave person from your group who's gonna get a beaker and come get a water sample. And then we also need a group.
That would actually be it.
Can you guys be partners with the computer too? Just have it in the corner so that All right, and people in the live session, you're gonna be part of a group now. I'm gonna take you over there. It looks like someone's All right, give me 1 second, guys. All right, so
We're occurring at 6.
here is your group. So you guys are in the top left corner there, so make sure you can like hold stuff up, show them what's going on, talk to them. Okay.
Oh wait, I have to go get water.
Man, that was so delicious, am I right?
Move your computer that way.
First question, what kind of smell?
Yeah, think about the smell too. You want to try to get rid of the smell as much as you can.
I was like wanting to think about the smell.
I already
I feel like a kid's cartoon. It's like, okay.
Get glasses and
Dust matter.
I want to wash the
Hey,
bottle.
she needs goggles too. There's no escaping it.
I will
Don't
try.
get goggles.
Oh, it smells worse.
You can just put it on the table. We're gonna wipe the table down. Don't worry about getting anything. Okay. I'd like to get one of those cylinders to the wastewater treatment plant where all this goes in there. Yes, go ahead. Just be really careful with these things because you gotta turn them on really slowly.
Yeah, when you guys are using the snakes, you gotta.
I'm gonna go grab one of the cylinders. Okay. Grab one of the strainers. Go grab the soil. Okay.
Go ahead, guys, come grab materials. We don't have a ton of stuff up here. Grab what you need. There's smells like chicken.
Oh wait.
We got some charcoal here. You can use other beakers as well.
Yeah, how exactly, what exactly are we going to filter it into?
My favorite anime.
Wait, I can't see. You missed some pins more? What are we supposed to like filter it into? Yeah.
So grab another, there's some other beakers over there. Grab an empty one so that you can.
Okay.
Guys, you're definitely gonna need an empty beaker as well. Grab an empty beaker. Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to dirty all
I need to get another beaker.
Just computer is that.
that is mine.
Is that yours? Yeah, that's
Okay.
good.
There's the empty beaker. It's not turning this. Wait. Okay. Take off the sticker. Turn it down. Yeah. I'm like trying to take off the sticker
With the gloves on.
there.
That's fine.
I thought that was good. Okay. Tell the people what we're doing. We're taking this, the soil, and then having another cup.
Nails. I bite them.
Wait. I can't see anything. I can't see anything. Even if I'm
Should we first like strain this and that so then we get all the guns?
Yeah.
Okay. That up there. Wait, I have to put on my glove. Don't let me die. Ow. We're straining the gross stuff into the cylinder thing, whatever it's called, in the kitchen. Okay. Prepare to be grossed out. Ew.
Oh, it's getting everywhere.
It's fine. Doesn't matter. Oh shoot, that smells so bad. Oh my god.
Oh,
Okay.
that's so gross.
Okay, then we'll hold it.
Wait, don't we need
We need to dump this out somewhere. Where should we dump this out? Okay, then we need this.
So we put our ends in. We're gonna put. We're gonna have it at every house. And then we're like maybe pouring. Where are the holes? Yeah, the holes are everywhere.
Just because there are any fish. Oh, and then it will get the other dirt. Okay.
Okay, now we're putting that.
We're putting the gross, yucky stuff into the dirt.
So you want to suggest that you
It hurts.
You smell it, Lottie?
Oh, that looks nice. That looks nice.
That's so nasty. Oh my god.
You know what's the smelliest part?
What do you guys at home think? Pretty cool, huh?
You're happy that you can't smell anything.
Yeah.
Should we,
I stayed home because I didn't have anybody to take me, but I think I'm glad I didn't come because I don't have to smell the horrible smelly smells.
A little better.
Yeah. Yeah.
should we put
A lot of the big guys.
this? Should we do this and then hold it here and then you pour it in?
Hopefully it doesn't break.
You think that you were gonna drink it?
Is it filtering good?
Yeah, yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah. Oh my god.
At least it's not.
At least I'm wearing gloves. They got on my skin. Ew. Yeah, it's filtering out. Yeah.
We might have to be standing here for a couple minutes.
Wait, should I go grab another one so it doesn't Wait, can you even
Wait, can you
see?
hold this?
Oh, wait.
Hold this. This is dripping. Ooh, dripping.
Feels me my soil.
We need this. It's dripping. There you go. Okay.
Now hold the other side.
This is gonna take a really long time.
Right, we're gonna sit here. Let's just sit. There. There you go.
We'll need more light.
Yeah,
An
you
hour
will
for
see
this.
it's doing it. It's gonna die anyway.
Oh, maybe that's some smell of.
Wait.
Okay, there you go. You can probably do more now. Yeah. It's taking forever.
Should you use charcoal?
Just so you guys know.
What happens when we put the charcoal in?
It was sad.
Like my
Yeah, it's still green, but
Should I like go like this and put some charcoal in there?
Okay, so maybe.
No? Like rub it like that.
we're trying to bring
And
it
then
back.
we'll clean it. Sure, yeah.
It's like
Wait, put some holes in it.
Okay, you are very brave. Is that working?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I can take
It
it.
is clear.
Dirty.
It does?
Do you think it looks good on it?
Yeah.
That's what turns out to be.
Sorry, got caught. Do you clear in there from it? You can sit there. Shoot. Oh, we have to do it again. I have to take my glasses off. I can't.
Oh, God.
Oh my gosh, I got all over. Pull your sleeves up. Do this. Wait, pull my sleeves up.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna need to wash this jacket. Wait.
All right, are we making progress?
No.
No?
Oh,
Don't let wait until you fall down.
Oh,
Here, you guys hold that monster. We spelled just in case you didn't see it. Oh, you guys spelled the figure?
It turned into compulsion. Yes. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this smells the same because I have to go to the airport after this because my sister's going to suck my butt. I have to go to the airport.
Well, you still got some rocks.
But that's like
Now we have to get the smell out.
oh, what do we have to get a smell out?
Maybe put a little bit of
Right,
ice.
for just a second.
Yeah.
Are we gonna use the bleach to look at anything?
No, I don't know if you guys.
Can you guys see what's going on right
No, our hands are covering it because we're trying to keep a hold
now?
of
Well, we are currently stirring the substance in a filter. Substance, the disgusting thing that we made.
Yeah. I can see legs. These gloves are gonna be dead. Rats.
I think the acidity.
That's oh my gosh. So bad. Let's use those ones.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's coming out good. I just need to go like this. There.
Okay, what else?
If you
We'll
think
need
the
to
plant was
clean
dead
out
now, later,
smell.
the charcoal how dead it is
Okay,
now.
should I go grab some charcoal?
What do you think, Bonnie?
Chloe's like, there, guys. I wouldn't drink it yet, but it's looking pretty good.
It's getting clear. It really is. Well, this is what it looks like.
You guys need tea. You guys need tea, right? Or no?
I want.
Guys, just
Do you
making
guys-
a
do you
sample.
guys-
This is what we
Alright,
started with.
so-
Right, it's looking a little bit less
Yeah.
dirty, right?
Still looks like throw up.
Good. You think that
The thing on that nasty stuff is out there.
try to filter that fruit against those smaller particles?
I'm sitting here like,
What's up? Or you just press it down. What's making you go fast?
put it down. Push down. No. Wait, no, let's get rid of that one. I would just like,
Yes. Alright, so we just went for the bleach.
Okay,
Already
let's
probably
just
don't
hope
need-
we don't spill it again.
So alright, you're
all these guys are falling off.
We didn't do that. I don't know if we're going to. We might do it next year.
Oh, that right there. In the middle. Yeah, right there.
Pressing down on it to make it go faster.
Oh, it's not doing it anymore.
I'm gonna do
You think that's enough water?
Nothing.
You guys have any dirt we can borrow? We gave the soil to somebody else.
It got more. I know I should have not wear my
Whenever you guys have filtered as much debris out of your sample as possible, let me know. I'll give you some bleach to help treat the water. Are you guys there?
Do we have enough water? I mean, oh no.
No. Oh. Take it off.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Dang it, dirt got in it. Oh.
Just a little.
Like you can tell that the rest of the dirt is look how light it is in the. Yeah.
Try and get a little charcoal.
So wait.
What I would recommend is empty that in the garbage, put some charcoal in there, pour the water through.
This is why
right
I
over
think
here.
what's a U-turn?
Oh, here's some reason.
Oh my god, my glasses. Yeah.
Yucko. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 1 minute. You guys hold the charcoal.
You guys gotta filter that.
Do whatever.
Oh, then we have to start doing that now.
So
No.
pour that.
Do you want to try it in here? See what it does.
Sure, yeah. I can.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would pour that in here and pour it back.
We did that before.
No.
You want more bleach?
No.
Oh.
We're gonna take that and see if it works. No, but don't we have to rinse that out though?
Should we mix this out?
I never have too much bleach. It's the wrong.
Now it's gonna soak in and then we're gonna get back in it. Oh, and then put the charcoal in it.
And see if it
Close.
Yeah, it looks like raw.
There you go. Alright. More bleach.
Now they have the bleach in there though. You maybe want to pour it. Oh yeah. Oh, I love my old one over here. Right?
Oh, it's
Oh, see what it's doing, Bonnie?
Just making it prettier.
It made it way lighter.
Look at what we're doing.
Oh, look at that.
We filtered it and now with charcoal
That
in
looks
it.
good.
And
I
then
would do the
water.
charcoal thing a couple more times. Might need, you can get some more. Fill the whole thing up. Okay.
Is this one?
That's what it looks like. We could probably use it. Yeah. Nice and patient. You need like 800 more of those. And then we can make it more clear.
How was you guys doing?
Wow.
Okay.
That is impressive.
Here, I'll turn on the water like this.
That is oh, wait a minute, hold on. Is this your sample?
Oh,
Yeah, fresh water goes over against the bleach, right?
Is that why you guys have clear water?
Yeah,
No, you gotta pour that through there.
that's what I'm trying to tell you guys.
Yeah.
That's all right. Look, you have that.
Yeah.
So just pour this in the drain. Okay. Okay, goodbye. Now put that under. Put that under this one. And pour that. And do it like 3, 4 times. There you go. Many times.
Many times.
It looks good. No, I don't know. This is looking good. This is looking good.
What's it? Is that water? Oh.
We're filtering it with charcoal.
Oh, it's working.
So pretty. Like
Okay, this is looking better. I'm gonna now dump all that stuff in
It's
the
looking
garbage.
more like gray.
Get some bleach and then
What if we filter with the
Mr. Ring, they're ready for bleach.
Ready for bleach? All right.
coffee thing?
coffee filter.
Yeah.
Bonnie's like, I should have said that.
I think we need
Okay, so what I would do next. Did you guys have bleach? Yeah, do it a couple more times. Did you guys do bleach?
Not yet.
So do bleach, then do coffee filter it through the coffee filter, and I think that'll help get all the.
This is probably
Yeah, put the bleach in and then filter all of it through the coffee filter. That should help get rid
And
of.
we don't need the charcoal anymore.
That should help you get rid of some of the charcoal. Just notice now it's turning black, right? The water.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's the charcoal. So now, Mr. Lee, you're ready for bleach over
Are you ready
here.
for bleach? Okay.
So now you're gonna add some bleach, coffee filter, into the coffee filter.
There you go. A little goes a long way. Be right
It
back.
does. A little goes a long way.
Oh wait, 1 minute. We gotta get it cold.
It's okay. She can put the bleach in first.
Wow, so much stuff.
Oh, you know what? Why don't I take pictures of this exciting process?
Ah, what do you think? Nasty, huh?
It smells really bad.
Whoa, what's
So after you add a little bleach, kind of one thing you can do is smell your sample. If you can smell the bleach, it's probably almost too much.
We can.
Once you get to the point where you can just start to smell it, then it's like, if you notice, like if you drink your water at home, you can smell the chlorine just a little bit.
I look smart.
You don't have chlorine in your water? Oh, I didn't think we did, but I can smell it. Where do you get your water from? Well water?
Make it clean with us.
I'm not sure.
Why is it turning back?
Let me know if you want more.
Oh, it's like coming out clear.
What?
Oh my gosh! Wait, that's kind of like.
No.
Why are you not?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Nice.
Look, it's like really clear, you guys. It's coming out really clear. How are we doing over here?
See, I told you guys.
You guys need to drink more.
I think that's
The only people I've really talked to were
No,
educated,
you-
so like I'm used to this.
I think they're downstairs, but
Don't, yeah, don't.
how are we doing? Oh, it's slow.
I put some
I don't think it was
It wasn't even.
Oh,
You think it looks fine?
oh,
Yeah, it looks pretty clear. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Wait. It's not stick.
The plan is to get, well, we're trying to make it clear. That's my.
Ah,
You want me to press it?
well, this way,
I don't want to see any black.
It's a lot.
so that. So powdery.
All right, who's getting ready to test their pH for water?
We're almost ready.
You gotta get enough of a sample.
Like,
Well, you told me you.
we can like pound it down.
I was going to, but you what?
There we go.
Here, I can
I'm stuck.
Less.
Oh, this is taking forever.
You gotta do it. They took it out of the bag.
Just put it in this bag.
So, is your sample?
Yeah.
So
Okay, this is
it's just
this is looking better.
letting the charcoal.
Probably not to drinking level standards, right? But
What helps the smell?
These are like that.
Doesn't the bleach? Isn't the bleach supposed to get
Stop it.
Filtering is slow process.
just let that filter? Wow, that looks.
Yeah, okay.
It looks pretty good.
Wait, does it smell?
Really good, guys.
What does it smell like?
all right, we have about
It
5
smells
minutes
kinda
left until we're gonna test pH.
It doesn't smell that bad. Okay, we're ready to test.
Pour
So
and
we're gonna-
here up to that line.
Yes.
You ready?
Pour.
Pour.
That's pretty good.
My girl drinking.
Secrets. We use some bleach. Put that into the tube.
Hold so much.
pH though. Okay, so take, you're going to take this pH tablet. It's broken, but it's okay.
That's fine, Miguel. You can.
And you're gonna put the cap on, and then you're gonna shake it up, and we're gonna see. Can we get some bleach?
Bleach? Yep.
And then how do we put it? Yep. So now you put the pill and the cap on. Go ahead. Now put the cap. You gotta like push it.
You watch Keemstar?
Kick out.
Okay. And now shake.
Huh? I said, you watch Keemstar? No.
And shake.
Okay, good.
Shake, shake, shake.
It's just that
All right.
I'm fast as
A little goes a long way.
you gotta be scared there for a minute.
We're on your
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We're on
Oh
your-
yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, it is.
Wait, we're in.
We're shaking it up. It looks green.
It's green.
Team effort here, guys.
Keep shaking.
I think that's it. Bonnie.
The color
Yeah.
No, that's about ice cream.
I don't want to talk about it.
You guys want any more? That's good. One more. There you go.
Oh, I got something that All right, what's our pH?
We had the.
Supplies going on. All right, how are we feeling? You guys want to test the pH? Or do you want to keep filtering? That's good. Green means 7.
Yes. Oh yeah. Yes, I knew it.
Look.
Yeah, I knew. I was like, it's green. Yeah, baby.
All right, we have 2 groups. We have a 7.5 pH over here. The water, this was it?
Yeah.
A little bit cloudy, but much better. Right? Probably at least 50% less cloudy. This one, very clear. A little cloudy in a strange way, but not a dirty looking way. There's soap in
Get
there.
dirt out
There's
of
soap in there, that's probably why.
I probably should keep them on just in case.
I take a picture of it.
Yeah. We're going to talk in about 5 minutes. We're going to start talking about how to win. So we have about 20
Like
more
reaching
minutes.
down my nose.
But
I'm
in 5
taking off.
minutes.
We got a 7.5, which is good. Yes,
Turn green.
that is
Okay,
good.
so you guys are almost ready for pH here. So Riley, I'm gonna give you
Yeah. And yep,
You did? Oh, that was yours. Okay. Yep.
Nine.
So we got this page is about
7.5.
7.5. I smell the age now. That's all I smell.
Shake it up.
My
Good
nose
for you.
doesn't pick up
And
the
then
dog.
it will turn color.
My nose kind of hurts.
Okay. No, with your standard. So once you get
That's really good. Seriously, guys.
all right, if you're done filtering your water, please
It's like-
clean up your
It's like
area.
gray or green.
No, it's not enough. Yeah. Hang on to that. Yes, you definitely get to watch it.
Imagine stuff weighing you down. That's you have taken them off on it.
No,
29.99.
High five.
You can get one of these. You can get one of these. It's blue laboratories.
Another pH of 7. Pretty clear. That's even but. Cool. That's exactly not like a weird like.
I know, do I?
No.
Oh, it feels like it though.
Do I? I know.
No.
That's hard. That's hard work. Okay, we're getting some cleaning solution, so clear your area so we can spray and wipe down. Clean as much out of the sink as you can, please. And rinse everything. Just go ahead and dump. You can put it all in the drain because it's. I don't think that's okay. It's not gonna be. Just be careful. Do you want it on or off? You want to keep them? You can keep them.
If you guys are done, make sure you guys get your stations
Yep.
cleaned up. You get all the
We're pretty
trash
much
thrown
done.
away, and all the beakers and stuff just rinsed out. You set the beakers by the sink.
I'm gonna rinse.
Algae for some reason, like
Gotta be nice to the
Okay, that's there. Can I check this now?
yeah.
You can filter that out right now.
Can I have the other part?
Perfect. Thank you guys for cleaning up.
I think it's
Push
very
down all the way. Where's your thumb?
I'm going to wash this. Now we're just cleaning up.
This ended in perfect timing because I have to go at 10:55.
You know, you clean me too.
Oh no.
And we're not getting a color, which
Yes,
should
I
indicate
am
that it's pretty close to new.
dead.
Green is technically new.
That'd be funny if it splashed all over. That is for me.
My favorite snack.
Whoa.
Still clear. Well,
Yeah, I do.
That'd be slightly on the acidic side, but that's not bad.
I think it's just muscle. Usually it doesn't do it. And special.
Yeah, it's it is really yeah, it's about 6.5. So you guys probably could have put a little more fruit texture. Is what that means. Riley, I want you to grab some paper towels. You're gonna wipe up the extra stuff, and then here's some Clorox wipes. All the water wiped up. Okay, good. Paige, grab paper towels over there. Okay, after Paige brings paper towels, get this wiped, and then wait, wait until she cleans up the excess water.
Okay.
Should have made you in charge of the cleaning, Alexis. You want help clean?
Really clear. Really good.
You have to wipe it up before I can do any of this.
Meet again to discuss how this actually works.
It's so fun.
Really good.
Oh gosh, you got that
Where's
all
your
over.
sample?
This.
Yep. You want to compare, see what it looks like?
Oh wait, let's show the computer too.
Yep. Hey guys, check it out. Here's their sample versus the original sample of ick.
Their pH is perfect at a perfect 7. All right, there's more Clorox if you need more. Gloves in the trash, please. You can take the goggles off. Uh-oh, it froze for a sec here.
My gloves. They're worse than me. I almost
There we go.
slapped you with my glove.
I definitely will.
Okay. All right, we're back here to talk about how the wastewater treatment process actually works. All right. Oh, whoops.
Do we need another one?
To share my screen. They ruined it.
Ruined it. It's so cloudy.
No, that's why it's clean because of the soap.
No.
Yeah.
Look at how.
Yeah.
That's soap.
It wouldn't be. It's foamy because
The soap. It's just soapy and
Mhm.
foamy.
Yeah.
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 All right.
Yeah, you're telling me, son.
Once you have cleaned, please take a seat. You're gonna need something to write with for this part. So use a computer.
Rubber.
Use a piece of paper.
Especially
Not coming, did you?
No, here.
Anybody need paper?
Here.
Here's another one, Riley. Well, if you need more, they're right here.
Hey, I see computers, I see paper.
Hey, Tim, maybe the goggle monitor?
I'm in the
I can't find my pockets.
I'm playing Hunger Games.
Minecraft, why aren't you doing school? No breaks, never.
Okay, I should
Yes,
see
breaks.
computers or something for writing.
Forgot mine too.
You're about to have to
Thank
write
you.
some stuff down. You can do it first computer-wise or paper-wise.
These,
You may. Do you want to just set them on the floor over there under that?
Oh my God! Oh, so no, keep that. Here. She's on my friend. I will show them
All right. So our voices are going to be up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I still hear voices though. I don't know why. Okay. So you are going to be writing down some information here. You don't have to write a lot. So I forgot to mention this. I wanted you guys to write down what you did while you were going through, but I think it would have been a little hard to do that and do it at the same time. So it's okay. You have a vague idea of what you used and what you did, right? So 70 million gallons, that's how much water enters the treatment center, one of the treatment centers in Portland today. Right, so you guys know, think of a gallon of milk, right? The biggest milk thing that you can buy. 70 million of those is how much water per day. Just one of the plants. I think there's 5 in Portland. Right, so that's a lot. You may be like, okay, well, whatever. What does that mean? Per day. How much do you personally use? You use about 80 million, no, not 80 million, 80 gallons of water a day. You use 80 of those milk gallons per day. Up to 100, some people use more. Right? As a reference, flushing the toilet uses 1.6 gallons of water. That's flushing the toilet. So if you think about how many times per day you flush the toilet, right? You can actually do the math to add that up. I want to mute people, but I gotta. Let me see. I'm gonna stop the share for 1 second because I'm gonna mute everybody because I'm hearing crazy noises going on. Not myself. Okay, there we go. Everyone else is muted. Oh yeah. Okay. So every time you flush the toilet, so here's a little challenge for you today. If you can remember how many times you flushed the toilet already, right? I want you to count how many times you flushed the toilet today. You're gonna multiply it by 1.6. That's how much water you use just from using the bathroom.
I've spent over 1.6 billion gallons of toilet water because I nonstop flush the toilet. You have no idea.
So, right, it's going to vary by person. But anyway, it's a lot. It's a lot of water, right? That's the point here.
I have the carbon footprint the size of Biggerfoot, which is even bigger than Bigfoot. You have no idea. It's crazy.
All right, I'm about to mute you again. Okay, so think about all the other things you use water for: washing your hands, drinking, right? Cleaning stuff, taking a shower, etc. Right? So it's a lot. So how does this process work? Oh, I hate when it does this, when it's not on the full screen. Google PowerPoints. Okay, so this is tiny, but I'm gonna post this PowerPoint on every single class's Canvas so that you can see it and you can look at it as much as you want. But this is the process that they use. Just from looking at it, you can tell there's a ton of stuff going on, right? There's a lot of stuff. And Portland's pretty ahead of other cities in that they're very good at using the waste, right? Which we'll talk about in a second. So all of the water enters the plant. First, it goes through some screens, right? Similar to the strainers that you use that get rid of big items. right? Rocks, sticks, leaves,
Bodies.
other debris, body parts, right? He's joking, right? And then it goes through even smaller screens, right? So there's a ton of screens here. That's kind of what we mimicked with the coffee filters and the strainers, right? The strainers, you notice, took out the leaves, anything big. The coffee filter started taking out smaller stuff, right? And then at all of these points, they take all of those solids and they send them through a whole separate process. And they actually take them to farms in, I believe they said, northwestern and northeastern Oregon, and they actually use them as fertilizer, right? That's next level. Not everybody's doing that. In New York City, they don't do that. So they're actually taking those solid wastes and using them productively, right? Now here is the interesting part. We have two very special, highly intense segments here that we weren't able to do. We have our bioreactor tank. Bio means life. This is where the bacteria is at. They actually use bacteria to clean the water. Because guess what eats lots of trash and garbage? Bacteria, right? Guess who can eat poop? Bacteria, right? So the waste water will sit in a tank full of bacteria, and the bacteria are just eating and having the best time of their lives. They're producing tons of gas, right? You can imagine that they're like farting bacteria, basically. They're producing a lot of gas. Portland then takes that gas and uses it to power things, right? So most most wastewater plants are actually self-powered. They use the gas from bacteria to power their own plant, right? Which is cool. Then it goes through a membrane tank, which actually uses a process that involves osmosis, right? Where they use like a cell membrane almost, and the water is filtered through that to catch even more stuff. And again, after it does that, if there's any solids left over, which there are some, they go back into the separate process of solids. And then there's a disinfection process. This is why Mr. Ling and I made you wait to do the bleach at the end. This is where they add bleach, right? And they add other materials to the water to get the pH right and to disinfect it, right? Because they don't want people getting sick. Yeah. Because what used to happen in the old days, right, before anybody was alive that lives today, you would take your waste, you would go to the river, and you would go, poof, and then you would go away. Well, guess what happens if you live downstream of a big city?
Actually, you get to drink that water.
Yeah, all that waste is coming down the river, and then you're going to drink from that same river, because that's what people did. Yeah. Right? So disease would spread so easily. If you're sick, that disease is coming out in your poop and your waste, and you're just dumping it in a river, and then somebody else is drinking it. Right? Yeah. We actually learned a lot about disease from people thinking that was, they were like, oh, well, the waste just goes away. Right? It doesn't. It goes to somebody else. Right? So this whole process, especially the disinfection process, helps get rid of any diseases that are left. All right. So then we actually reuse the water, and then there's still some waste that they dispose of if they're not able to use it for fertilizer and all that kind of stuff.
So before you move that slide just real quick, I just wanted to point out, like, this process here, the membrane treatment with the adding the bacteria, we kind of have the same thing in our own bodies, because if you think about it, we have bacteria that's living in our body. We have lots of bacteria in our bodies right now. You guys might not know that, but we do. We have lots of bacteria. It's what's called beneficial bacteria. And it doesn't hurt us. It's actually helpful to us because it helps us break down our foods. And we also know that there's bacteria that can make us sick, right? So that whole process right there kind of reminds me of my stomach, actually.
That's true. And the membrane thing is also taken from biology.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So when you guys take biology in high school, you'll learn about how the cell membrane works. You'll learn about how the cell membrane works, and you'll have a little better understanding of that process. But for the most part, just imagine that it's like a very tiny screen that's filtering the water. All right, so that's like the super, super condensed version. I'll include a link to the Portland wastewater treatment plant website if you want to read about it more, right? Because sometimes people are like, oh, I actually want to know more about that. So problems, right? Obviously, this comes with problems. Sewage overflow, I kind of talked about that before, right? When there's too much water entering the system, there's a huge rain, right? All the snow melt. Like right now, there's potential for sewage overflow because of the snow melt. When there's too much water entering, that sewage overflows, right? Which can be disgusting, but can also contaminate other sources of water.
Okay. What font is that?
That's a good question. I don't know. It's whatever one came with this PowerPoint.
Zeros are eyes.
They are. I'll let you know after. I'll show you which layout I picked on Google Slides. It's also expensive. It costs approximately $400,000 a month. I was like, you got me confused with the eyes. I was like, $400,000 a month to run one of these things.
Eyeball.
Right? That's just to clean the water. And then grease. Grease is the biggest problem. It's really hard to get the grease out of the water.
We had grease in we had oil in our water tank. You might not have noticed, but I put some motor oil in there too. So.
But grease is really hard to get rid of, right? Which is why even if you have like a garbage disposal, you shouldn't be like dumping bacon grease down there, right? Grease, yeah, you should be putting that in the garbage, right? So that can be kind of annoying, but what I do is I let mine harden and then I scoop it out with a towel and put it in the garbage.
Yep. That's your pipes too.
Yeah, it can also mess up the pipes, but really it also makes it incredibly difficult to treat the water if there's tons of grease in it. So sewage overflow and also the grease thing, we're going to think about solutions to these problems, right? The cost, I mean, we can't really do much about that because it's going to be expensive. One thing you can do is if it's raining really hard, right? Not like usual rain here where it's just like, bleh, but like pouring. If you're showering and flushing the toilet or washing your dishes at the same time, that can cause too much water to go into the plant, right? So just being mindful of that. Waiting 30 minutes to take your shower when it's not raining as hard. Street trees and landscaping, right? So people have seen all the trees and yards and landscape stuff going on. They're probably like, oh, people just want their yard to look good. That's probably why they do it, right? But it actually really helps with this. Because what do trees and plants do to water? They absorb it, right? They absorb the water. If we have all concrete, the water goes straight into the sewer. If you have tons of trees, they absorb some of that water. And then those of you who use the soil may have noticed too, when water goes through soil, it gets filtered naturally, right? So some of that filtering happens in the soil and it isn't as taxing on the wastewater plant. And then also to be mindful of how much water you use, right? I just told you about how much it is to flush the toilet, right? Not that I think you guys are like, oh, let me flush the toilet 7 times after I use the bathroom, right? But you know what I mean? Just being aware of it. Are you leaving the water on for like 5 minutes while you're walking around, like putting on the TV, doing whatever, right? Because that's 5 minutes of water that now has to go to the wastewater treatment plant and be cleaned, right? Because every time you use water, that's where it goes. Okay, so last thing, this is what you're actually going to write and turn into me. And this is going to be added to your final exam as points. 15 points. You can't get over 100, unfortunately. So if you get a 90, you're going to get 100, right? But if you get a 60, then you're going to get a 75. Just from doing this. So that's pretty sweet.
That is pretty sweet.
First thing, you don't have to do this right now either, because I'm going to post this PowerPoint. So if you want to wait and do this later, you just have to get it to me by the end of the semester, January 26th. Right? So don't feel pressured to write right now. If you want to look at the PowerPoint, you want to research, you want to think about it more, that's fine. You're going to explain pH and turbidity. What are they? Very brief, a sentence about each. You're going to describe your experience. If you were watching from the virtual session or later in the recorded version, you're going to describe what you saw, right? Your experience might literally be, it smelled disgusting, it was really hard, it took forever, right? It doesn't have to be like, first we did this, and then short. Then you're going to describe similarities between your method and the method that's used in wastewater treatment plants. So if you used the strainer, that's kind of like the screens, right? If you use the soil, what could that kind of mimic, right? So thinking about what you did and how it actually relates. And then choosing a problem. So I kind of gave you some solutions already, but one of these issues, right? Probably not expensive because it's expensive, but maybe your solution to that could be design better technology. So coming up with 2 to 3 sentences about how you could personally solve that problem, right? For example, don't put grease in the drain. There's one. Plant more plants in your yard or area, right? There's one. Don't take a 3-hour shower, right? Pretty easy, common sense stuff, but not something that we're always thinking about. All right, so I'm gonna leave this up. If you wanna work on it now, when it's fresh in your mind. Otherwise, feel free to work on it at home. The turning in of this is gonna be very complicated, which won't happen next semester because I'm putting all of these things as assignments before I even start the course, so Canvas can't delete them. You're gonna email it to me. You're just gonna send me an email that says wastewater summary, water summary, summary, right? I'll know what it is because it's the only summary. And you're gonna have your answers to the questions written. You can do it in a Google Doc, you can do it in the email, right? However you wanna do it. And I'm gonna grade that. And like I said, I'm gonna be adding up to 15 points to your final test here. So that's awesome because then as you're taking the test, there's a possibility that you could get 100 even if you got an 85 on it. If you already took the final test, that's fine. I'm still gonna add it to it. All right, people at home, you hopefully heard those instructions. I'm gonna stop sharing the screen and in the meeting, and you guys are welcome to email this to me today or wait until next week, whatever you would like. Ooh, let me take a screenshot of who's here. All right.
pH is a measure of acidity or alkalinity or base. So she went through that it's in the PowerPoint, right? You went through that in the PowerPoint earlier.